traditional or standard regime is how women have been taking the combined birth control methods for years. But over time, doctors have discovered a possibly better way of doing so. If you're using the combined birth control methods like the pill, the patch or the ring, you should watch this video all the way to the end to see if the tailored regimes will suit you any better. What is the combined birth control method? This refers to any method containing a combination of two hormones, progesterone and estrogen, and they are among the oldest types of the modern birth control methods. The hormones can be taken as a pill, applied to your skin in the form of a patch, or as a ring you can insert into the vagina. How is it used? Traditionally, you would start taking your pill on the first day or within the first 5 days of your menstrual period. Alternatively, you could start on any other day as long as you're sure you're not pregnant, but then using extra protection like a condom for the next 7 days. You will then continue taking the pill every day for the next 3 weeks or 21 days. Then you would have a 7-day hormone-free break or hormone-free period when you're not taking any hormone-containing pill at all. In some areas, women take iron pills in those 7 days or placebos as long as what they're taking does not contain the combined hormones. During the hormone-free period or hormone-free break, you usually have a withdrawal bleed, and this mimics the natural cycle of a woman having a bleed at the end of every month. At the end of 28 days, you resume a fresh packet, taking the pill daily for another 21 days, and so the cycle continues. This is the traditional or standard regime. You will do something similar if you are using the vaginal ring or the patch, in which case you're using one of either of these every week for 3 weeks and then nothing for 1 week before starting another pack. If you've been using the pill, the ring or the patch for several years, this is probably what you've been doing. While this traditional regimen is not bad, you may have a better experience using one of the newer tailored regimens. On the other hand, if you started the pill or the other combined hormonal methods using the traditional regimen, you may have experienced some side effects. So please listen closely because the information in the rest of this video might prove very useful to you. Let's talk about the side effects of the combined methods. Several side effects can develop from using any of the combined methods because of the way that the hormones interact with our bodies. These side effects can happen at any time, but they're also common during that hormone-free period when the levels that are coming into your body drop for about a week. Side effects that some women may develop include experiencing menstrual pains and/or heavy bleeding during that withdrawal bleed. Secondly, symptoms like headache, bloating, tiredness, and mood changes can be common and quite uncomfortable. These can also happen during the hormone-free week. And last is method failure. The risk of falling pregnant while on the combined method tends to be high when the method is missed or not taken properly in the days around, that is before or after the hormone-free break. So remember, the hormonal birth control methods primarily work by suppressing ovulation, that is the release of a mature egg while you are taking them. During the hormone-free break, when you're not having any hormones, that suppression effect is reduced, allowing your egg follicles to wake up. If you accidentally forget your method, say the pill, around that time, and that means you extend or make the hormone-free break longer, you could allow the follicles time to wake up fully and mature an egg, therefore leading to ovulation and failure of the birth control method if you happen to have sex around that same time. But did you know that by changing the way you take the pill, some of these side effects can be reduced or even disappear altogether? So what are the tailored regimens or regimes? You might hear me say either one, they're the same. And how do they work? Essentially, they mean taking the combined contraceptive method in such a way that the hormone-free break is either shortened, happens less frequently or is removed altogether. That way, you're less likely to be exposed to those side effects I mentioned earlier, or considerably reduce the risk of the method failing. With the tailored regimen, you're using exactly the same type of combined pill, patch or ring as the traditional method. However, please be aware that some combined pills contain a mixture of different doses of either of the hormones they contain. These are known as multiphasic pills, and they are not used with the tailored regimens. The first type of tailored regimen that we're looking at today is the continuous use of the combined method. Here, the method is used continuously for more than 21 consecutive days without a hormone-free break. This method completely removes the hormone-free break or reduces how frequently you have a break. Therefore, the side effects that are associated with the hormone-free break are reduced, as well as the risk of the birth control method failing. The downside, though, is that your bleeding pattern could become unpredictable. In this method, for example, you could use the combined birth control pill continuously for 6 months without taking a pill-free break. Next is the extended use of the combined method, which has 2 styles. In the first style, which is known as the fixed extended method, you extend the use of your method for a scheduled period of time, after which you take a hormone break. For instance, you can extend your method for 9 weeks. So you will take a pill every day for 63 days and then have the hormone-free break, which could be the usual 7 days or shortened to 4 days. If you're using the patch or the ring, this means using 1 patch or ring every week for 9 weeks before the break. In some countries, you could take the pill for 84 days, that is 12 weeks, before taking a hormone-free break. The second style of the extended tailored regimen is the flexible extended. And in this case, you will use the method continuously for more than 21 days until you experience breakthrough bleeding. At this point, you have a break from taking the pills for 4 days before resuming your method for another flexible period of time until you experience breakthrough bleeding again. Finally, there is the shortened tailored regimen, which simply is the same traditional method that we know, but in this instance, the hormone-free period is reduced from 7 days to 4 days. Now you know what the tailored regimens look like. The next thing you want to know is, are they effective? Will you get caught out with an unplanned pregnancy on these regimes? You might also want to know, will all this non-stop hormone taking affect my fertility? And what about the risks of these particular regimens? I will let you know here that regaining your fertility after using any of these tailored regimens is very fast. For example, one study showed us that more than 98% of women using the combined pill in one of the tailored regimens restarted their natural period cycles or fell pregnant within 90 days of stopping the pill in that particular regimen. So it has no long-term effect on fertility. I know there are lots of other questions you will have about using these tailored regimens. I will definitely answer them, but I think this video is already getting too long. So let's do the answers in part 2, specifically looking at how to use the tailored regimens, their effects, their benefits, the risks, and so on. Before I go, I must let you know that using the combined methods with any of the tailored regimens is outside the manufacturer's license in the United Kingdom. Still, the tailored regimens are supported by the UK's leading authority on contraception, that is, the Faculty of Sexual and Reproductive Healthcare. And I will leave a link in the description box below if you want to check out the latest guidelines yourself. If you're outside the UK, always check with your local healthcare provider what measures are within their practice and whether these methods are suitable for you. Let me know if you have any questions on your combined birth control method by sending an email to our email health information service. Here's the link, and I will leave that in the description box for you as well. Please give this video a like and do share it with a friend who might find it useful, and I'll see you in part 2.